Good evening, everyone. Hope you all are well and happy. Today we're going to do reading with cowrie shells, or obi as it's called. This is a way for you to communicate with ancestors, with your orisha deities, your spirit guides. You take 4 cowrie shells. I prefer them with the backs on. A lot of times you find cowrie shells with the backs cut. Easier to make jewelry with, of course. That's fine to use those. These fall slightly differently than the ones that are cut. But these are very, very good to use. And you can begin forming a relationship with your cowries, because sometimes just holding them and communing with your spirit guides will help you so that you can bridge that gap between the 3D world, our world, and their world, the afterlife. So we're going to make this very, very simple. I'm just going to have my cheat cards right here for you to make it easy. And I'm going to start with the yeses first, the maybes, and then the nos. So, Alafia is all 4 of them up, and that is a heck yeah. That looks like this. All up. All right, that's Alafia. Let's see if I can get a little closer. All right, now here's the thing. Because we have the backs that roll, it becomes more challenging, and it is when you are looking at it, what direction are you sitting? Do you normally sit straight up, back straight, so that you're only seeing what's directly in front of you? Or do you lean over a little bit? Because if you lean over, if this comes up and it's sort of like that, right? But if you're leaning over, you're going to see that as Alafia because you're going to see the front line, okay? But if you sit back, you're going to see this as something else because that back will be to you. Or even if it's like that, the back is not to you. But from the camera's point of view, which is a slightly different vantage point from mine, this is still Alafia. I'm sitting here. I see more of the back. I'm literally right next to the camera, but I see that. So I say all of that to say the person who is throwing is the person who is reading. Therefore, it is what that person sees, not anybody else sitting adjacent on the opposite side or anything like that. It is the person throwing. So that is something that very, very much to keep in mind. All right. So all 4 up, Alafia. This means a very, very open yes. Whatever you have asked will go through. It'll be a very good experience for you. Something that not everybody ascribes to is when you have them all up that way. That is open, all the way open. So when something is all the way open, that means it can go into excess. So there is a possibility that without mindfulness, without having a break, if you will, you could go into overdrive with it and go into its negative phase, because Alafia is the most open that you can get. So think of someone who is very strong-willed, very confident, very influential, but there's something that they really want, and they go just a little bit too far. They stand a little bit too close to you. They speak a little bit too loudly. They lean into your personal space. They're still strong. They're still confident, but now they're slightly going over on the other side. You know what I'm saying. That's the same thing with Alafia. You have to be mindful of that. Okay, so the next one is Iyife. This is a very balanced yes. This is 2 up and 2 down. That looks like this. All right, very, very easy, very, very simple. They call this the very balanced yes. So this doesn't have what I just explained about. This yes is a very good yes. This is a balanced yes. This person will, or in this situation, you're not going to have to worry about an extreme or anything like that. This is just, yep, we're good to go. Let's go. Should I buy this car? You get a balanced yes. You get an Iyife. It's like, yep, don't have to worry about it. With an Alafia, you might want to go, okay, I want this car, but I maybe need to check my finances and make sure I'm not going to overdo it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only caveat. But Alafia is the most beautiful reading to get, because when you see that, woof, we love Alafia. So that was Iyife. 2 up, 2 down, Iyife. 2 up, 2 down. So could look like this as well. Now we'll do Itagua. Itagua. When you get it once, you have to throw again, and that's 3 up and 1 down. So that is 3 up, 1 down. Okay? Itagua. Itagua is definitely a maybe. Now with Itagua, you can get Itagua Iyife, which is, you get the first 3 up, 1 down, and then you'll get the 2 up and the 2 down. So that completes the reading. If you get Itagua Iyife, that's a complete reading when it starts with Itagua. This is a yes. This is a yes, but you know, there could be a little stumble, a little, challenge to get through before you get to that positive end, because Iyife is that very balanced yes. So when you get this Itagua Iyife, I would say check the situation. Maybe see if you can ask another question to clarify where you might meet a challenge, okay? You could also get Itagua Alafia, which is the 3 up and the 1 down, and then when you throw again, you get Alafia, all of them up. This again is a yes, but there's something there. I was taught that Itagua is, there's some ambiguity, there's something not quite clear. And that's why you have that at the beginning. But when you throw it again and you get the Alafia, it's like, whoa, that's going to be a really, really good situation. But there might be some problem up at the front, some little mini challenge, some hurdle to get through. So you might want to check some more questioning to see if you can get to the bottom of what it is. I usually like to go until I get an Iyife. And if I can't, or if it's not clear what it exactly is, I'm very cautious and I pay attention to what's happening. Yes, I'll go ahead and go with an Itagua Alafia or an Itagua Iyife, but I watch. We're going to come back to the Itagua because there's a couple other things. Now we're going to go to our nose. We have a straight no, just a regular no. It's called Itagua. And that is Itagua 3 down, 1 up, just a regular no. Like that. That is no. Nothing fancy, it's just no. And then there's the Oyekhu, or some people call it Oyekun with an N on the end of it. That's all 4 down, and that is a no. Heck no. H-E double hockey sticks no. You know, you can go further down that path, but you get the idea. That looks like this. So just all down. All right. So with this, there is one caveat with the Oyekhu, which I actually just learned myself recently. When you are speaking with your spirit guides or at your boveda, if you have that, when you get an Oyekhu, there are those who automatically say spirit is speaking, and it's not a no. They want you to throw again to find out what the issue is, because this Oyekhu for some is spirit bringing your attention to something so that you can go and discern what it is by asking. So the question that you actually asked is not actually being answered. It's directing you elsewhere. That is one school of thought. I find that school of thought to be extremely helpful if you are using cowrie shows to speak with orisha or high spirits. Yemaya, Oset, Heru, Shango, Herukuhuti, those kinds of deities, or orisha. If you're speaking to them and get an Oyekhu, I would definitely say it's time to go and speak to spirit, all right? Because they're directing you back to spirit. But if you're already speaking to spirit, for me, I would need to get several Oyekhus, maybe 2 or 3, within 2 or 3 questions that I ask. If you get Oyekhu back to back 2 or 3 times, you are definitely being told, hey, you're on the wrong track. Stop. You're not looking at this right. So I do the same thing, except I want to see the Oyekhu 2 or 3 times before I go, wait, what's going on? What's happening? So that's just something that you will have to see in your practice how you do it. But regularly, if you're speaking to spirit, you're already speaking to spirit, in my opinion. So therefore, the Oyekhu that you get is just a heck no. If you get Oyekhu 2 or 3 times, now it's like, okay, what am I not seeing? What's happening? What's going on? You know, spirit, tell me what's happening. All right. So now I want to go back to Itagua, right? That's the 3 up and 1 down. And now we get Okaran with it. That is a no. That's actually a no when you get it. So the 3 up, 1 down, and then the 3 down and 1 up. This is still a no, no matter how you put it. So this whole situation is problematic because you already got the Itagua and then you got the no. So at first, something may look like it might be going yes, or it might turn in your favor. It might be okay, and then it just won't go. So it's best not to put your energy into it. Then there's the Itagua Oyekhu. So again, your 3 up, 1 down is Itagua. And then you throw again and you get that. So this is just no. The whole situation is just untenable. Leave it alone. Ask a different question. Okay? So now we're going to do some basic rules. This has nothing to do with the yes, no, up, down. This is just practicality. When you are reading, you first start off with a little water, sprinkle it. Omi tutu ane tutu ile tutu tuteleroya tutu. Bring all spirits and goodness and light into my home, into my heart. Please help me to see clearly. You can put some water on your own head. And you ask for clarity. You ask for peace. You ask for enlightenment, wisdom. You never ask a question when you're upset. Because that's the thing with these oracles. I'm probably going to say something that's controversial, but this is something I learned a long time ago because I've used various oracle systems over the years. For some people, this would be considered a low oracle, as well as, say, the pendulum. These are lower oracles because there is interplay between your ego, subconscious, with the shaking, because some part of you, some believe, knows what's here. I don't know if I ascribe to that, but I say it's a lower oracle because there are times when you want something and they say your mind is powerful. Sometimes you'll get the answer you want to see, just like you do with the pendulum. So you have to come to a reading such as this, or with a pendulum, or any of the other ideas similar to throwing pennies is the same thing. I actually have pennies that I cleansed and used. You can do it the same way. But you have to be pure and clean as much as possible. Have some incense burning that will help you to kind of just clear the air, clear yourself. You can use Kananga water. You can use Florida water to help to clean your aura, to bring you some clarity. You can use a spritz or a spray. I use sweet mint of my own formulation. It has Palo Santo in it, which is a great remover of negativity. And you do all of these things as well as some deep breathing to try and calm you down so that when you ask your question, you're as free as you can be from an emotional attachment to the response. And I know what I said is an oxymoron. You're coming to get an answer to something that's really important to you. Of course, you're attached to the answer. I know. It's just by having that close attachment, there creates a rub. And sometimes you won't see it right. Sometimes you'll purposely move your cowrie, and it gets very interesting. Needless to say, keep yourself calm. You give it a good shake. You repeat your question at least twice. Preferable, very preferable, to write your question down prior to throwing it. So this way your brain doesn't twist around what you asked. Okay? Very key thing. And then once you give a good shake, you let it go. Okay? This came out, and I don't know if you can see it. I'll just move them over. This came out. Oyekhu. That's how it came out. And you can just move it back into place. In this case, they're all down. So it's very easy to move them in place. But what if, and for me, if I get an Oyekhu, I didn't ask any question. I'm just showing you the amount of time that I would use to shake, to kind of clear your mind, center your mind around the question. I'd say you give a shake at least until you feel calm, until the question has settled in your mind. And then you throw. All right. Now we're just going to leave it like that, and I'll bring you over so you can see. All right. Now that is up, that is down, that is up, that is down. So this whole thing is Iyife. Okay? So that's kind of how it works. You have to kind of see, how am I seeing it? Good shake. Ask your question. Take some deep breaths. You ask your spirit guides to help you to be clear in your throat. That is a clear Iyife. 2 up, 2 down. All right. So that is how we throw. I'm trying to see if we will get an Itagua so you can kind of see how an Itagua can look. And this is still a Iyife. Okay, this is an Okaran. Do you see? The 3 backs and the 1 up. Okaran. No, that is no. Let's see if we can get the Itagua. All right. So, I'm going to show you from my vantage point. All right. Here. Now, I see the front. I'm a little higher, so I actually see the line there because I'm up here and I'm not leaning over. If I lean over, I'm going to see something different. So this is where you have to say, how do I normally sit? How do I read? And you're going to have to make a decision on the way you do it. So for me, I don't always lean forward like this. If I'm sitting on the floor, yes, I'm leaned over. If I'm sitting in the chair like this, I would see this as an Iyife because I see the top here, I see the top here, but I see the backs of that. All right? That's what I would say. If I was sitting on the floor, your posture is different. You already leaned over. You're going to see something different. So this is where you will have to decide prior to doing the readings how you read. And this is what I wanted to show you because it gets dicey. It gets to the point where some people will say, no, you didn't read it right. No, you have to have rules even within something like this. There are always rules. There are always protocols. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I'll just go through them quickly once again so that you have the ideas. Let's put them back in order. That makes sense. All right. Alafia, all 4 up. Iyife, 2 up, 2 down. So Alafia, yes. Iyife, 2 up, 2 down. Very balanced, yes. Itagua, you must throw again in order to get your answer. So right now, in Itagua, that's maybe, just by itself. Because there are those who treat Itaguas as a maybe. But most people that I know, most priests that I know, you throw again. Okaran, no. 3 down, 1 up. Oyekhu or Oyekun, all 4 down. Heck no, 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 no. Unless you're reading with orisha or deities, a higher energy being. Then you're now being directed to go to your spirits if you get an Oyekhu. Because Oyekhu for many is, this is spirit speaking. So that's that caveat there. With an Itagua, as we discussed, it could be, and aha, I put it all here, but I don't know if you could read that. Itagua Iyife, yes, with challenges. Itagua, yes, but with more challenges. Itagua Alafia, yes, there may be some little things that you have to work out, but in the end it will be well. Itagua Okaran, that's really just a no. Itagua Oyekhu, yeah, heck no. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it answered your questions. If you have any further questions, please let me know. Please leave me a comment down below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.